the URL. The
Right.
browser will not be closed.
Yes.
And then it will be doing the activities in test2, and
Yes.
then it will come to after method, and at the end your after class will be executed. This is how it goes,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
We'll stop the understanding there, and like we'll go to the web element part.
Okay.
We have another thing called as web element. What is web element is like any object that you see on the web browser.
Mm-hmm.
Open Google application.
Mm. Browser.
Yeah, browser, Google. Open Google. Right now, if you see the image, right,
Mm-hmm.
this is an element.
Yeah.
The search is an element. The search icon, whatever you have before the what is in the text box, right, at the
Yeah.
beginning, the magnifying glass like stuff, that is a web element.
Right.
The icon to record is a web element.
Right.
Button is a web element.
Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky is a web element, and all these things like languages are web elements.
Right.
Whatever you see here, right, everything is a web element,
Right.
right? Each and everything that you see in a web browser is a web element for us.
Yeah.
In that, like you can locate that particular thing using different locators,
Okay.
and you have different operations to perform. Can I type on this image?
Yes, sir.
Here on the image, Google is there, right?
No, no,
Google,
you can't type that.
right?
Yeah.
Doodle you cannot type.
Yeah.
That is an image. And
Right.
like, can you type on the Google search button at the bottom
No.
below the text
No.
box?
No. No.
We can only click on these things,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And can I go and select any menu from Gmail?
No. It directly
I
open.
cannot select. I clicks,
Yeah.
right? I can only click.
Yeah.
But here in the other thing, right? Other this one I can Google Apps. I can
Right.
choose any of them, right?
Right.
This is only for selection. I can select any of them from there.
Right.
So for different elements, you have different operations available.
Right.
So what we are planning to do is like we need to know how to locate a particular element first,
Mm-hmm.
and then you need to know how to interact with them, how to go and click them, or how to go and enter them, or how to go and
Select.
do a selection,
Right.
or how to go and verify the text of a button.
Yeah.
On whatever text you have in Google search, right? If it is not Google search, if it is something else,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a defect for us.
Okay.
So what you need to do is like you need to keep all those things in your test cases, and then you will try to automate them.
Right.
Right? For now, we'll learn about locators. Now, right click on that particular text box
Mm-hmm.
and go to inspect. No, no, not there. You are clicking on the URL text box. Yeah, inspect. Right? Close this second part, or else minimize that by dragging it. Hold on this here. Yeah, here. Mm. Right? Now, move the scroll bar up. Right? Come down. The highlighted one is your input box. Scroll down slowly.
Yeah.
Right? Can you see there an input box is being highlighted in input tag?
Right.
This is the actual text box for you.
Yeah.
Right? Can you see anything like ID there? No.
No. So,
You have to, they are not giving you ID, right?
yeah.
You can see some other element where it has ID. Expand anything that has ID, or else you can just search in the console ಹಂಗೆ you type there, Control F, click there and type Control F ID.
Nowhere, sir.
Open either application, IRCTC open பண்ணுங்க. irctc.co.in. Right, now right click on from, inspect.
It says ID 1 list 1.
No, not that one. It should be ID. Like, can you see the control on the top right here? Original, yeah, that one, origin,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That is somewhere like where you see origin is the particular ID,
Okay.
right? This is like make a note. Go open a text pad or a notepad. Open on your
Yeah.
type there ID, all small, never use caps. Keywords, everything will be small, right? So ID, a unique identifier given to an element in an application which is unique across the application. Unique across the application. Right?
Yeah.
Next line you type ID. ID again. A hyphen put resembles your employee ID. If you see any company, right? Now, whatever employee ID is assigned to you in Amazon will not be given to any other people, right? For lifetime, they'll not assign it if they are in the same company. If the company itself has changed, right? After some 10 years or 20 years, like you may be not getting any background verification check. In that, they may assign it to different people if they want.
Yes.
But actually, the ID, whatever is being assigned to you, will not be given to anyone. Remember this, right? It is going to be unique and it cannot be duplicated or it cannot be reused. Remember that.
Right.
In that case, that it is easy for me to come and talk to you by knowing your employee ID in your company. Yes or no?
Yes.
Comma put, ange you type there, right? Student ID.
Another lines are here only.
Same place. Student ID for the year, right? For that particular year, first standard A section, if it is like 7, it will be always assigned to only one person.
Yeah.
Right? For that year input. You write there for that year, student ID. That year. Right? Employee ID for lifetime, it will not be duplicated.
Right.
Student ID for that year, it will be not duplicated. You cannot give that ID for any other student in the school. Right?
Yes, sir.
Understood this?
Yeah.
Understood this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now go back to your application IRCTC. Right? Can you see anything called name there for the fields? Go to Google. There you can see. Right? Here you can see name equal to Q in the highlighted
Yeah.
field.
Yes.
Right? This is like your reference, the name. Okay?
Yeah.
The name given to the employee.
Okay.
Employee name Irkmalia, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What we say here is like the name of the employee
Mm-hmm.
may be duplicated.
Okay.
It can be like you can have a number of Vijay's in Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
If I know the name alone, right?
Yeah.
It is also okay for me to come and say that, okay, I want to meet such an so and so Vijay.
Yeah.
I can come and say Vijay from sales team if I know
Right.
the department,
Right.
right?
Right.
Vijay manager from so and so town. I can come and say that
Right.
also,
Right. Right.
right? So this is a reference given to the particular field.
Yeah.
Okay. Maximum it will be unique. At times, like it might be duplicated in a page.
Mm-hmm.
If it is duplicated, it will find the first Vijay.
Okay.
What the security does, like he'll come to the building and then he'll call for any Vijay.
Yeah.
Whomever he sees first, he'll take him and come out and ask me to see whether it is the same Vijay or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So that is how it goes. So
Yeah.
whatever you do, right, you need to have the first one is ID. If ID is available in that particular field, now you can see that, right? I don't have ID in my Google application. All the IDs are not given.
Yeah.
In that case, what I'll do, I will use the next option. Next option is name. I
Okay.
can use by reference name. If the
Yeah.
name is not unique again, and if it
Okay.
is duplicated, I am going to interact with the first field
Mm-hmm.
that everybody understands,
Yeah.
right? Name as such is an attribute. You can see there, right? You
Yes.
don't have anything before name like control form, control name, and all those stuff. You don't
No.
have,
No. No. Yeah.
right? Whatever you have there, that can be considered as a what to say locator, and you can use it. Now go
Okay.
back to your text pad and type name, attribute, attribute given to an element for saying about a field.
Saying.
Saying say saying about a field, that is reference. IE put reference, right? What we do here is like I take the particular field, what is the reference that they are using. If it is for what to say, go back to your IRCTC, whether you can find any name there. IRCTC, right? You can see something called as control form name, right? Go back, go to the top control form name. What does it say? It
Origin.
says origin, right? Control form name is used in Angular related applications. This is an Angular developed application.
Okay.
So you use control form name there, right?
Okay.
You have name also being used for some fields. What
Okay.
you need to do is like you need to get hold of it and you need to check whether it is valid or not,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now, if you see ID and control form name both are similar,
Yeah.
right? Now you highlight on two and go the destination part, two field and inspect two field. Come to this main screen, bro. Not there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, right click on two field and inspect. Right now you can go to the top and see the ID destination it says,
Yeah.
and then the form name also it says, control name also it says,
Destination.
destination. So what they are doing is like that is given as a reference. Okay, this field is going to be a destination field.
Yeah.
This field is going to be the origin field from where he is starting.
Yeah.
These are the names used in the previous application, right? If you give it in the UI, right, instead of from, if you give it as what is that? Origin, right?
Yeah.
Many people will not understand it.
Yes.
So on the display, they might change it by the label, right?
Okay.
Go to the top in your this thing.
Yeah.
No, here on the other side, inspection, right?
Yeah.
Not that top, bro. Just above the particular field, you have to come. Don't go to the beginning. Yeah, just above this. If you see a label, right, you can
Yeah.
see a span there. Not that
Yeah.
one. Go
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Expand that. No, not this one. Move, scroll up a little bit. Scroll up.
This thing.
No, in between you have a two, right? You minimize
Yeah.
this span.
Okay.
Open the label part from. No, you have a label right below that.
Yeah.
Highlight that. Now you can see that it is assigned to a label, right? For origin, you are using the label as from.
Yeah.
You can see there, from is the actual label that is being displayed. You can see
Right.
on this side also, label is being highlighted as blue color and orange color.
Right. Right. Right.
Once you choose that, right?
Yeah.
What happens here is like for each and every variable, right? If the internal data mapping might be different,
Yeah.
the internal fields might be different, but on the UI you can change it. You don't need to give it as origin alone,
Yeah.
destination alone. You don't need to give it like that. You can give it in your own names.
Yeah.
Understandable?
Yes. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming back to there, right? Your notes. Go to your notes. The previous one ID will be unique across the application, whereas this one, right? Name.
Mm-hmm.
Make a note. Make a note. Name is reference about an element, about an element, and will be unique in that particular page, right? If it is duplicated within the page, if it is duplicated in the page, then the first occurrence will be considered. The first occurrence will be considered. Always remember this,
Okay.
right? Go to the next line, right? Name is like your employee name or student name. Make a note. Examples. Employee name, right? Now the next one. If I don't know the name also, but I know the department,
Okay.
right? I want to meet someone from sales team.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can meet the particular person and I can ask them like, okay, do you know Vijay from Bapatla or Vizag? You can say that and you can get the details, right?
Right.
Similarly, what you can do is like, if you know the department, you can talk to anyone and understand whether the person you know, right, whether it is
Mm-hmm.
from the place or the job that he does and the designation you can tell and like I want someone with manager designation. I can come and ask for you,
Yeah.
right? Who
Yeah.
are your managers? How many managers are there? I can ask them, and somehow I might find you if I know the department at least
Right.
in your company, big company, right?
Right.
So that is how we go and inquire.
Yeah.
So for that, what you need to use here is the class attribute. Go there and see, you will find something like class attribute,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Class attribute is like your department, whatever you have,
Okay.
right? In colleges, we have mechanical, computer science, and other departments, right?
Yeah.
Similar to that, you will have departments in your company as well.
Right.
These are like logical groupings. What they do is like all the mechanical students will be under mechanical group,
Right.
right? Department. In the same way, your sales department will be in a different logical grouping. All of them are doing only sales. You cannot have anyone from another marketing or any other teams involved into your sales department. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Well, so what the thing is like you are logically grouping them. For
Yeah.
that, what you need to do is like you need to understand that okay, this is all belongs to one thing like login. If you have username field, password field, and your OK button, all of them will be under the class login, saying that if anybody is using login functionality, right, for their application, they have to group them under a class called login. Can you see the class name here?
Yes, sir.
It says like big name, right?
Right. Yeah.
Till auto complete. Before that, it was a name.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
if you see here, like it will have based on the UI that they are using and based on the elements that they are using, how it should be, whether it should be UI autocomplete input
Mm-hmm.
or it should be getting star inserted or it can be done anything. Everything will be given there because it is a big one, right? Now go to your Google application and check for the class attribute. Input పక్కనే ఉంది చూడు, input పక్కనే ఉంది.
Yeah. Yeah.
The class attribute, right? Here it is very small. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Just couple of. Yeah.
Only two words are there. You have only one word in div. You can see top, right? You have a div which has only one word.
Yes, sir.
IBLPC. I
Yeah.
can see it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like what happens here is like based on the particular class name, you can easily locate the first occurrence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Department is what they have, right?
Yes.
So in that department, I can go and get the first guy and then I can
Mm.
inquire.
Right. Right.
Right now, go back to your notepad and write the notes. Class name, make it as class name. CLASS, N caps, no space, no space, no space, please. N caps, right? The naming conventions from method, right, will be used here. And like, what is that we are using class name instead of class? Why is that we are using that? Previously, we used it as ID as it is and name as it is, right?
Yes, sir.
But why is that we are using class name?
Mm.
జావాలో క్లాస్
Mm.
అని ఒకటి కీవర్డ్ ఉంది కదా.
Yes.
So in that case, as class is a keyword in most of the programming languages like your Python, Ruby,
Okay. Okay.
C Sharp, and Java, and other programming languages, class is a keyword which is already being used,
Yeah.
right? So we cannot use it as it is because of that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Class attribute, class attribute of an element, make a note type.
Class
Class
attribute.
attribute
Mm-hmm.
of an element
Mm-hmm.
is used as class name,
Mm-hmm.
no space, and n caps.
Oh, so yeah.
right?
Mhm.
As comma put or because nu puttukonga. Make it as
Yeah.
because class is the keyword used in Java already. Used in Java already. I'm not saying other languages because you are learning with Java,
Yeah.
right? Tomorrow, if you go and say like Python and other stuff right there, I can say because I have worked with them and I have seen them. You will be into problems. So always stick to what you learned and what you are good in,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then the next line. Class name is considered as considered as logical grouping given for that particular page, right? The next one,
Yeah.
next line. Class name examples are
Okay.
what are they? Department and branch.
Section, anything also?
Yeah, anything, whatever you feel like comfortable, you can write, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one.
Yeah.
If you go and see the red Gmail,
Yeah.
go to the Google application, you
Yeah.
can see the Gmail link, right?
Right.
Gmail link at the top.
Yeah.
Right click and inspect that,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you can see here, you have an attribute, how to say anchor tag, right? A tag
A class. The A.
no, A is the tag actually. Input is the
Okay.
tag previously. Div
Okay.
is the tag.
Okay.
That is how it works, the HTML part,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
what you see here is like you see an anchor tag.
Mm-hmm.
These are like special people in your team.
Okay.
They are like managers who
Okay.
get the first level information, right? All the people who are doing that particular execution, right? Only if there is a holiday or if there are some special allowances coming to the team, that will be coming, the information will come to the top management first, and then only at the end, once it is confirmed and once it is deposited, then it will be known to everybody.
Yeah.
So these are special people. Anchor tag is special people. So you have a separate thing locator there given for these things, right? You can see something like Gmail in between, right?
Yes, sir.
Here,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just double click on that Gmail,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now this is the name given to the particular element, and it is shown in the closing node and the opening node. You can see there, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
HTML is ended before that,
Mm-hmm.
the starting node, and after that you have the ending node slash
Okay.
a.
Okay.
At the beginning you have slash what is a normal a tag. At the end you have slash a tag. Anchor tag, the beginning node and the end node, whatever you are going to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Between that, whatever you have Gmail, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it is displayed as Gmail. Now type to write there your name instead of Gmail and click enter,
Oh. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It has changed, Vijay, right?
Right. Right.
It does the same work, right? We are not going to change it, undo that change. Double click and undo.
Can we keep it
Or
that way,
type.
sir?
You can keep it, but again, like it will not be responsive. Application will again go back. It will take it back to Gmail, Gcaps. Give it as Gcaps. Once you refresh the page, right, they'll bring their name.
Okay, I see.
Right? Now, it is like the visible name. Now, if I know that it's an anchor tag, right,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to inspect also like this. I can just copy that and use it as link text.
Yeah.
Right? As you know, like this is called as link, and the text, whatever is given between the starting node and the ending node, whatever text is given in between, that can be used as link text.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Go there and do that.
This whole thing also.
No. Write the notes.
Yeah.
Right? Link text, link small, t caps text. Yeah, space. The text between the starting node and ending node of an anchor tag, of an anchor tag is used as link text. Right? The next line. This refers to the text of the link. These are special elements without even inspecting, if we know that the element is a link, then copy the text associated to the element and use it as link text. Understandable?
Yes.
Right? You can use it directly.
Yeah.
What can be a link text here in context of your examples? Managers and class teachers. Examples are like your managers and class teachers who has special privileges to know what is happening. Right? You can just make a note if you may forget. Right? The next one.
Who has special privileges?
Yeah. To know what is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? The next one is your tag name.
Yeah.
Right? You can see here now we have learnt about tag A and tag div and tag input.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
With that also we can identify an element. It is like I want to get some few female candidates from your company
Mm-hmm.
to inquire about women challenges in workplace.
Right.
Right? For that, I can get any woman from your organization. I need not be getting only from sales team or marketing team or the IT team and other teams. Right?
Right.
Anybody who is a woman can be fitting to that particular project
Right.
for my inquiry. So like what we can do, we can use that particular tag name to identify the elements. Now, if you see here,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of divs, right? You are seeing
Yes.
a lot of divs.
Yeah.
Now I can get a collection of divs and I can use them,
Okay.
right?
What does a div
And then
mean, sir?
Div is a what is it, division like part, like where you
Okay.
are using it for alignment of your application,
Yeah.
right? You have input tag for text boxes,
Okay.
select tag for drop downs,
Okay.
and you have radio for radio groups,
Okay.
right? You have different tag names for different elements. Button for button, you can
Yeah.
inspect on Google search button and see what is the tag name it has. Google search is there, right? Inspect on that. No, no, not there, not there. Button part. Come down below the text box. Inspect. What does it say? It says input,
Input.
right? But you will have it as button in most of the applications. Go to IRCTC and check. Button. Yeah, inspect that.
Yeah. Button.
Right? So button is from HTML5 or something, like where they have segregated select and all those stuff. Previously, it was like not that. They used to use everything input only.
Okay.
The drop downs also, they'll have like three inputs: one to click on a button, and
Mm-hmm.
the other to display all the options available. And
Mm-hmm.
if you click, like it will be given to a text field, like input field.
Right.
So your select whatever you are using, like the drop down selections, that will be implemented in three parts actually earlier in older applications, if you see.
Yeah.
Okay. Now coming back to the next one, make a note of the tag name. Tag name, T small, N caps. Yes, very good. Right? This is a locator used with the name of the tag, associated with web elements, associated with web elements. Right? The next point, enter.
Yeah.
Right? We use this to get the collection of elements. We use this for collection of elements. Right? And like what it does is, like it brings all of them as a collection, and now you can iterate through what is the first one, second one, third one, and all
Right.
those stuff.
Right.
Right? Now the next point, example. What is the example for this?
A department.
No.
No. Last name is department.
Gender, male and female.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Male and female
Yeah.
can be used as an example. Like I want to meet all the girls in the school. I want to meet all the boys in the school. I
Yeah.
want to meet all the lady employees. I want to meet all the gents. அப்படின்ட்டு you can decide on that. Accordingly, you can find them and you can interact with them and you can talk to them. In the same way, like in the application, you may be using tag name to interact with the similar elements, like all the text boxes. Now, if you see the login screen, you have two text boxes, right?
So.
The one is with the username and the password,
Yeah.
right? So when I'm having two text boxes, if I get them as a collection, the
Mm-hmm.
first one will have the username and the second one will have the password.
That's
That
it.
we'll know.
Yeah.
Accordingly, you can directly write the code. You don't need
Right.
to go and inspect for the username field and the password field,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
When we know how many fields are going to be there and what each field is going to have, then you can easily do that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Now the next one. If you ask me to come to your place, right, what you will
Mm-hmm.
say, like the address part?
I'm gonna give you the city name. If you know the
Okay,
city name, it's okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you the district as well. And then after
okay.
that, the street name, the
Mm.
house number.
Yeah, these things are mandatory, right?
Yeah.
In the same way,
Mm-hmm.
we have something called as XPath.
Expat. Okay.
XPath,
Okay.
XPATH.
Okay.
Make a note and the next line.
Uh, Small x, is this correct, sir?
Path, P also small,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Is an XML path. This is an XML path. XML path.
Okay.
What they do is like to locate the element by location. Used to locate the element by location. Location in the sense like address. அப்படியே mention
Right.
பண்ணிக்கோங்க.
Right.
Mention there address in the web page. Right?
Yeah.
If you go back to your Google, right? Go to
Mm-hmm.
Google page,
Yeah.
right? Now you can inspect on this particular text box, right? Now it doesn't have anything like a name or ID or any other stuff. Okay. I want to inspect and work with this particular field,
Okay.
right? So what we'll do, we can go to the parent, like this is like your address, city address.
Okay.
The div is there, right? Above
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The div with the JBHQ HP, not that div.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is your city.
Okay.
Inside that city, you will come to style, right? What is the style? It is like your area.
Okay.
And then you have a div, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is like your next street.
Right.
This is like your house,
Yeah.
right? In that case, like how you get to that particular house,
Mm-hmm.
you can come to the city,
Mm-hmm.
then to the street, the area, the street, and then to your house, right? I can use this particular location. I can write an XPath for this. Now, what is the class attribute for this? For this div, for this one,
Yeah.
the city attribute.
This thing.
City, yeah.
Yeah.
Copy that, right? Go back to your your notepad,
Mhm.
right? Enter and type slash slash slash, right? What is the name of the element tag name? It is div, right? That is
Yeah.
what we have selected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Type div,
Okay.
open square brackets,
Okay.
@ class
Mm-hmm.
equals to
Mm-hmm.
single quotes, you paste the value, whatever you copied. Single quotes.
Okay.
Now close the square bracket.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone to the particular city. Now what I need to do? I need to go to the next area. What is the area?
Yeah. Class.
No, no, not that one. That is your city name, bro.
Okay.
A4BIC is your city name. What is
Okay.
the next one? It has style, right?
Yes.
So style will be your next part.
Yeah.
Go there and type slash style. This is your area.
Mm-hmm.
Slash
Okay. Div.
div.
Yeah.
Slash
Input.
input. Now you can go to the particular element,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
You don't know what are the name and attribute, ID attribute given to the particular input,
Yeah.
but relative to that, if you know something, right, then you can write an XPath like this. Okay. Now go to your input tag. whatever we are trying to check
Yeah.
onto the Google page, right? Right click, right? You have copy option there, right?
Yeah.
You can see something like XPath and full XPath.
Yes.
Copy full XPath there, full XPath. Now come to your notepad and paste it.
And then in the next line, sir, or here itself?
Yeah, in the next line, right? What does this do is like it is not interacting with the direct address, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what Bapatla is. I don't know about Bapatla town.
Okay.
In that case, I am from US,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you have to tell me your address, what you will say? Come to India. From India, you come
Right.
to Hyderabad, and from Hyderabad, you take a train to Bapatla. From Bapatla, you come take an auto and come to this place. That is what you are going to say, right?
Right.
So in that case, what you will do, you will give it from the initial part, like where
Right.
I can understand.
Yeah.
So here HTML will be the first tag in your HTML page. And then you have body where it defines about the form, like whatever you are interacting with. And correspondingly all the attributes used. So that if you go to these addresses, right, directly, then you can go to the location of Vijay.
Yes.
Okay. This is one way of getting it. Now go there again. You can copy X path, which gives you the relative path. Based on the previous example, right? Similar to that, you will get an X path copy. Now paste it in the notepad, right? Now you have copied the previous one, full X path. Try to copy the X path alone.
No, it's
So they are not written the X path, partial X path or relative X path for this. Remove these things, right?
yeah.
They have to implement it, right? Now we have implemented it and we can give it to them.
No.
Google can do that later. Like now you can go to IRCTC and try to get that copy XPath partial. Copy the XPath for that button. Right, you can see here it doesn't say about the first one. What is the first HTML node? It is not talking about all those stuff.
Yeah.
It is talking about the login header which is being disabled,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the remaining things are same.
Yes.
The flow, whatever we are having, right?
Yeah.
It is like you know about Hyderabad, and from there you are coming to your Bapatla.
Yes.
Understandable?
Yeah.
So these are two types. Like one is relative and one is absolute.
Yeah.
Absolute is where you give the complete path right from your HTML body. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
and then you have something called as relative, where you go to the particular district and you can find it, or you can go to the nearest city and you can find it.
Yes.
This is most reliable.
Yeah.
And then okay, yeah, the relative X path, right? Whatever we have, that is most reliable part. And like whatever you have concerns, like you can just get it rectified within that particular location. What happens is like when you are using from HTML body, right? The
Yeah.
absolute X path, if you are using, if there is a field being inserted in the middle, right?
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఎట్లాగంటే your friend is coming from Delhi.
Uh-huh.
Previously, like if he gets down into the seventh state,
Mm-hmm.
he will be reaching Hyderabad,
Okay.
passing through Punjab and then Madhya Pradesh and all those stuff. If he counts the states, right,
Mm-hmm.
and based on that, he can consider that okay, Hyderabad. If I get down, I'm in Andhra Pradesh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask him to do the same thing, right? If he
Mm-hmm.
is coming in the same way, now he will not end up in Andhra Pradesh. He will be ending up in Telangana.
Mhm.
You are asking him to come to Andhra Pradesh,
Yes.
right? So in that same way, like in your this thing also, town also, you may be having wards earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That wards will be getting reorganized based on the population.
Yeah.
What you do? You go with
Ward name.
landing the
Yeah.
particular. If you give the ward number right earlier,
Yeah.
now if it is changed to panchayat to municipality or municipality to corporation, then again what happens? Your ward number changes. You
Yes.
cannot use the same number, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do, you have to change your all the documents. So like whatever you are having, right, in this particular thing, after div 3, if you are having something like slash select,
Yeah.
another element is being inserted, you have to change the complete text path for all the elements that you are using. Understood?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think so, right? Go to your line HTML path, like wherever you have written XML,
Uh,
right?
yeah.
This one, the copied one, bro.
This one.
Yeah, HTML, right? Go to
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
And after div 3, you add another form,
Okay.
form. Okay. Now, what happens is the form is being inserted before your form.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I have to insert and what to say, if I have to use this particular HTML body like stuff where you give the exact address, you will not be getting it properly if you are having any change in the address. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I say like from Bapatla, in Bapatla, third ward previously, now it is seventh ward. It is easy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So what I am doing is like in this పైన ఉన్న లైన్ లో చూస్తే మీకు ఫామ్ అనేది ఏమైనా ఉందా,
లేదు.
right? You are not doing it from there. What you are doing it, you are doing it from div only,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Not from the form. So you not need to change any, you need not change anything in this particular XPath which we wrote earlier by
Mm-hmm.
looking at the XML, and like from copying place, like where you copied the full XPath, you will have to keep lot of changes.
Right.
Understandable?
Right. Right. Yes.
And this is what is XPath all about. You
Okay.
have two types. Make a note. You have two types. Two types. The first one is
Mm-hmm.
absolute,
Mm-hmm.
where you write the complete address as such. Where you write the
Yeah.
complete address of the element.
Okay.
And two,
Mm-hmm.
relative XPath. Relative XPath. Where it says in reference to a field which is in reference to a field which is identifiable
Mm-hmm.
in the parent hierarchy. The parent hierarchy,
Yeah.
we write the XPath,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
If you know some address, right, nearest address, then based on that you can easily go to the particular place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Make it as absolute XPath in the previous line, in the beginning. At the end, in the same line, you type it as full XPath. Full XPath is what is mentioned there, right? full X path in the DOM.
Here, sir.
Are you? No, no, not that thing. That you need it. It's X path only, right?
Yeah.
ಇಲ್ಲ అక్కడ నువ్వు చూస్తే గూగుల్లో రైట్ క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు
ఇక్కడ కదా?
కాపీ ఫుల్ ఎక్స్ పాత్ అని ఉంది.
Yeah.
అది ఫుల్ ఎక్స్ పాత్ అని మెన్షన్ చేస్తుంది కదా, సో యూ నీడ్
Yeah.
టు కీప్ ఇట్ యాస్ ఫుల్ ఎక్స్ పాత్ సో దట్ యూ విల్ రిమెంబర్ దట్ అబ్సల్యూట్ ఎక్స్ పాత్ ఐ am not finding it, later you will be confused, right?
Yeah.
So the next one is
Yeah.
here. What is your example like for this? Come down and say like real time example. We are discussing about your employees, right?
Yeah.
What is the example you get?
For XPath.
Yeah, for XPath. Think and tell me, like, I'll give you 1 minute.
No, it's like guiding a person to a particular place.
Yeah, in your company, how do you guide them?
Asking someone to meet somebody in a particular building, in a particular department, in a particular section, giving him the cabin ID.
Cabin ID.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the actual thing that I'm expecting.
Yeah.
If you know the workstation number, right?
Yeah.
The cabin that is he sitting, then based on that, you can easily go and pick him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Make a note there. Examples. And in student, the bench and what to say, the place where he sits in the bench.
Yeah. Seat
right?
number,
First bench,
seat
second
number we
bench.
can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Workstation number here. For employees, it is workstation number, and for students, it is benches. Right? What is the next one? You have something called as CSS selector. CSS selector. Right? Choose any element. Choose any element. Go there. Go there to the browser.
Mhm.
Choose any element and right click.
Mhm.
Copy.
Mhm.
You will find something called as CSS.
CSS. No, sir.
Styles. Copy styles. Copy styles. Styles.
Copy styles.
Copy that.
Yeah.
And paste it anywhere in your notepad. What does it say? Is like it says about all the styles that are available, right?
Right.
These are cascading style sheet properties which are used, like the color, font size, and all those stuff.
Yeah.
Font family and all those stuff. These also I can use for my location of an element.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the elements that have class name earlier. You have taken something like class name, right?
Any class name, sir, or the previous
Yeah,
one?
any class name. This one is also okay. Captcha
Yeah.
line image is there, right?
Yeah.
With the spaces, if you have, it is easy for you to understand.
Okay.
Check whether you have any class with the space name. Spaces in between.
Yeah.
Right? Copy that class.
The whole thing.
You can copy only the value part, not the attribute name.
Yeah. Okay. I can delete it. Yeah.
You can remove it.
Paste it.
Yeah, paste it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oops. Yeah.
Remove the class and keep the value alone.
Yeah.
Okay, and double quotes will remove. Now this is the class name that you are trying to have.
Right.
You know the class name, but you want to know about the CSS selector for that.
Right.
How do you do that? Go to the beginning of that particular class name. G mundukilli.
Okay.
Type there
Mm-hmm.
a dot.
At dot.
Normal dot. No, dot. Just a dot. At the rate you remove.
Okay.
right? After the in between you have a space, right? Remove that space and say dot,
Okay.
and go to the particular HTML page and see what is that particular element name. Is it input,
Input.
right?
Yeah.
Go go there and type input at the beginning. Input, type just input, right? This is how you give the CSS selector using class name,
Okay.
right?
You just need
CSS
to use the
tag
whatever
name,
class name
tag
and
name,
okay,
tag
tag
name.
name.
It's not
Okay.
class name. Dot
Okay.
class name.
Okay.
If you have spaces in the class name, you replace the spaces with dot.
Okay. If you have hyphen and all, you'll just copy the hyphen. That's it.
Yes, yes. You
Okay.
use it as it is. Like
Okay.
only the spaces are replaced by dots.
Right.
Understandable?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, if you have ID attribute, right? In IRCTC, you have ID attribute, right? Here you don't have anything. In that, if you see like ID equal to origin is there earlier, right? Input.
Right.
Now also in the bottom, right, you can see CAPTCHA ID equal to
Right.
CAPTCHA.
Right.
For that, you copy the ID and it's going to be an input field, right?
Yeah.
Copy the CAPTCHA alone. Copy. Go to your notepad and type input hash no dot hash, paste that CAPTCHA. This is another way of locating with ID,
Okay. Okay.
right? Either you give the CSS selector properties or ఇప్పుడు పైన ఉంది కదా ఇందాక మనం కాపీ చేసుకున్నామే దాంట్లో
Yeah.
font size and 1.4 m is there, right? Copy
Yeah.
that. Copy that. Paste it in the down. After input captcha, you paste it and say it as equal to font size equal to single quote that value completely. Even no semicolon should be included in the value. Right? This also can be used as a CSS selector.
Okay.
Right? Either of the properties from CSS or your ID or class can be used to constitute a CSS selector.
Yeah.
Make a note. CSS selector, CSS selector as caps, no space in between. Is a locator that uses cascading style sheet properties. Style sheet properties. It can be, next point, next line. It can be built with tag name and class attribute or tag name with ID attribute or using CSS properties. Right? Make a note at the next enter button. Tag name dot class name. Right? Give a hyphen or an arrow there, greater than symbol. Right? Dot is used for class name. Dot is used for class attribute. Class attribute. Don't say class name attribute. Again, you will be searching there for class name attribute. Now the next line, tag name dot id, hash id, sorry, dot hash id, arrow, hyphen and greater than. Hash is used for id attribute. Right? Now coming to our real-time examples, how can you say this? Cascading style sheet properties అంటే ఏమనుకున్నాము, font size, font family అని అనుకున్నాము కదా.
Right.
Similar to that, what we'll have in employees, tall guy, handsome guy,
Right.
beautiful girl.
Right.
If you have anything like adjectives which you can use and say about a person, right, then
Right.
you'll use them and you'll find them.
Right.
Right? Examples you
like-
make next.
Like the guy who goes to the gym who is heavily built, stuff like that.
You
Yeah.
make a note of the examples in the next slide. Examples: heavily built, handsome, beautiful, whatever you want, you can make.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah.
So these are the 7 locators that you have,
Okay.
right? Anything without all these things, like you can locate an element, but again, like using these things are the basic methods which are available.
Okay.
Right? Now go to your particular Eclipse. Open your Eclipse. Right? Go to the class like which we created earlier. First one, default package low class untadi chudu. With test2. Not this one. With the plain program, test1, go to test1 then. Test1. Right? In this program, come here, down. Come down to 30 plus lines. Yeah. After your 35th line, you go to 35th line and type there driver dot, right? Find element. Where should you find an element? If I am asking you to find an element, right? You will find it anywhere outside the world or in the browser that you
In
open.
the browser.
So driver is the browser object that you have now.
Right.
So what you do on driver, you use find element method.
Right.
There is a method which is already implemented.
Right.
Choose that find element. Right? Inside that you have null, and it is asking for a by argument.
Okay.
By is an abstract class which is already defined. We don't need to do anything with that.
Okay.
What you need to do is like you need to use the methods of it, and then you can access the particular element.
Okay.
Right? By dot b caps y dot type there. Dot no comma. Right? Now it lists all the methods. If you see here, you can see your methods that you have learned now.
Right.
Class
Class
name,
name,
CSS
selector,
selector, then
ID.
ID, link text. Don't choose them. Remove the dot again or use control space. Right? Scroll bar. Partial link text. We'll come back to that later once we are good. Then tag name, XPath. These are the methods available. The other things you remove. No need to bother about. Right? Only the methods. All these methods are from your by class, selenium dot by abstract class.
Right.
Right? You have learnt about all these things now.
Right.
Except from partial link text. When to use that, we'll discuss later.
Okay.
Right? In this, like now, I want to use name attribute. Name is something that you have now, right?
Right.
Use name attribute.
So what's the
Name.
difference between these two, sir? They look the same.
Nothing. You might have imported it twice.
Okay.
The Selenium, Java, jars, whatever we are referring, right? If you are inputting 2 times, then it will come like that,
Acha.
right? No need to bother about those things,
Right. Okay.
right? Double quotes, you give the value. What is the value? Q. Google page లో మనకు ఉండేది ఏంటి? Name
Q.
Q.
Yeah.
Just small q, right? At the end, you give semicolon. Now I have gone to the particular web element. I have not done any
Right.
action as of now. I have
Right.
not done any activity as such.
Yeah.
To do that activity, what we need to do? We need to do some method, perform some method. Copy that line, 36 line,
Mm-hmm.
cut it,
Okay.
and paste it after 55, after 54. Yeah, so after 54, as 55th line, you paste it, right? Why? Because only after launching the URL only you can click on some, enter something or click on
Right.
something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I am doing is I am entering on the value. I have to enter some value, and then I have to click on the page, right? Particular page, so that I get the results, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Like now, what you can do is in 13 line number 55, go to the end, remove the semicolon,
Mm-hmm.
dot send keys. Yes, type yes. Yes, yes, Mata. Yes, send keys. Can you see there something like character sequence?
Yes.
Yeah, select that. This is the method used for entering a value on your text box,
Okay.
right? Double quotes, you give the value, your name, give your name, right? Now what it does is it enters your name. Why is it taking it as character sequence? If you see, character sequence has a significance. It
Yes.
enters character by character.
Okay.
It will not enter it as a string as such. Vijay అని చెప్పని ఒక్కసారిగా రాదు. You'll be getting it character by character.
Yeah.
So what it takes is like character sequence. Like if you go to way back 1.6 and 1.5 and all,
Mm-hmm.
character sequence and string are considered to be different.
Okay.
The Java compiler JDK version,
Right.
like what we have chosen is 1.8. You can see
Yeah.
here on your JRE library, right?
Yes.
I've asked you to go with 1.8. That
Yeah.
is used for Selenium projects. If you are going with 15 or 14, whatever you have learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that, we are unable to get these libraries installed, right?
Yeah.
You see here, the setup has failed at that time.
Right.
So we are forced to go with 1.8.
Yeah.
Now in this, like when you are saving it, right, it will enter the value, but you will not know what is, whether it is clicked or not, whether it has entered your details or not, whether your details are searched or not, we will not know.
Right.
To ensure that we are clicking on the search, what we can do? We can click on the Google search button, right?
Right.
Go to your Google Chrome. Go to search, Google search page. Inspect the search element. Button, button, button. No, button. Right click on the button and inspect. Now it will highlight that particular button. Can you
Yeah.
see anything like name equal to BTNK?
Yes.
Copy that, right?
The whole thing
Now
or
go to
just the
your,
name?
just attribute only, the
Okay.
value. BTNK alone is enough. Now you are going to use it there in your program. Go to your program.
Okay.
After that line, you say driver dot find element by name.
Find element by argument is only showing up.
Yeah, you choose that find element.
Okay.
Inside that only you have to give by dot name,
Yeah.
b caps dot name, n, type n, right? Choose that first one. Double quotes, you paste the value BTNK. right? At the end, you just go and what you have just gone to the field, you have not performed any action. What is that you have to perform on a button?
Click it.
Click. Remove the semicolon and say dot click. You have click method, right? Call
Yeah.
that. Right? After click, you wait for some time.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wait for some time. Enter next line and say thread T caps, T caps, thread dot sleep. Have you learned about this?
The sleep methods,
Thread
huh?
sleep. Yeah,
No,
sleep.
no.
Hmm. This is part of your Java.
Okay.
The second one
Sleep,
you
it
choose.
seems it waits for some time before executing a thread, I
Yes,
guess.
yes, yes, yes.
I've learned it
Choose
by
the second
myself.
one.
Yeah.
Hmm. Right? Give there as 10,000. It takes the time in milliseconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I am asking it to wait for 10 seconds. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Now mouse over on that line and it will ask for checked exceptions. Okay. Mouse over on it and say like add throws declaration.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever you are using this particular thing, it will prompt you. Once you give that throws, right, then it will not ask you again
Okay.
anything. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you print that, it should get the URL with your search details. Right? Now, go
Yeah.
back to your Google. Go back to your Google and search for Vijay. Now, your title is Google and the URL is google.co.in. Right?
Yeah.
Now, search for your Vijay. Enter. Right? Now, you can see here you have an encoded data, and in that particular thing, right, Google
Mm-hmm.
URL,
Mm-hmm.
you have Vijay after Q.
Yeah.
In the search, right, you have
Yes.
Vijay, and even in the title you have Vijay.
Yeah.
Right? If you are having these two things in your text, then you are good to go.
Okay.
That is completed with your text actually.
Okay.
Right? Now go back there to your program and execute. Now in the printed text you should get these two things. Click on there. It shows like an exception in main. Right? I am in exception block. Click on line number 43. Test Java 43 is there, right? Click on
Right.
that, bro. Right? It will take you to the particular exception. Now
Right.
close that, remove that close. Right? Go to the top and see whether you are closing somewhere. You are launching the browser and then right, you execute it. Now we'll see what happens. To learn exceptions, like we have included something, so it is throwing some exception.
44 it says. Get
Hmm.
URL.
But again, like, are we not launching it? Go to the top. Uncomment this tribe rock, the first one,
Uh,
line number 16 to 23.
16 to
Comment that.
23. Comment.
Comment. Okay. Comment line number 25 to 27. 26, sorry, 26, 26, sorry. Hmm. Comment that. Right? And comment line number 30 and 31. 30 to 35, you can comment. 30 to 35, yeah, comment. Right? Now you execute.
Yeah, it opened the window.
Typed Vijay and like it
Typed
stopped
Vijay.
because
Yeah,
you have an issue there. Button K is not visible now, right? So
yeah.
it is having an issue. So let it be. Close this. Go there and use submit. Close this. Close this. Not needed, right? It's stopped. We know that, right? Now you come here and say submit.
Submit.
Yeah, instead of BAT and K,
Okay.
BT and K, you use Q. Q. The
Q.
previous version. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then instead of click, you use submit.
Okay.
Dot submit. Right? At the end, you remove the closing and semicolon. Right? Now you use this and execute. So what happens is for that particular application, we cannot ask them to fix it.
Okay.
But if it is the case with you, right, you can ask them to keep it aside. Or side లో side లో పెట్టండి అది బటను
Okay.
అది కిందకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది ఆటో సజెషన్స్ లో సో ఐఎమ్ ఎనేబుల్ టు గెట్ దెమ్ அப்படின்னு చెప్పేసి మీరు చెప్పొచ్చు.
Okay.
Right? Now go to your console. You can see there you got your results.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now what we can do? No, your results
Yeah.
with search Vijay Google search అని వచ్చిందా?
Yeah.
Google search లో విజయ్ అని వచ్చిందా? Q equal
Yes,
to
sir.
విజయ్ అని.
Yes, sir.
These are the expectation. Like if you type it with the same convention, right? Now you have given all small, right? If you give it V caps, it should give it in the same way. Go there and search again. Another execution.
Yeah. Here.
V caps, right? Now search, execute.
Yeah. It changed. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Now I can check for the case sensitivity and like I can check for the data contents in all these things, right?
Right.
How do we do that? Again, like you have to go with your normal Java methods. What are the Java methods that we know? For string, how do you compare string? Right? In URL, right? Line after line number 59, you type that.
Yeah.
After that, you type if
Yeah.
URL, open brackets, right? URL is a string that you have, dot contains content equals kaadu. I have said contains. Don't use this method. Contains is the method. First one, contains, right? Double quotes you give Vijay. At the end, go and add braces for that line. Sys out. What is that you need to type? Vijay is found in the URL as expected. Double quotes, you type that. Vijay is found in the URL as expected.
Yeah.
Right? Same if condition for the next one. Title. Can you do that? Only change the variable name. Right? Not there. You will not have title there, right? Copy that particular thing. Or else come to line number 65. Line number 65. Come to 65. It's like easy, like when you are saying, right? After 64, you give an enter. Right? If control space you give. Control space. Enter. Enter. Just give enter. First one. Right? In the condition you say title dot contains. Contains the first one. Double quotes you give Vijay. Right? System dot out.println. What is that you are going to print now? Vijay is found as expected in title.
Title.
Yeah. Right? Write an else block as well. After if, right, the brace is closing. Go and type else. Open braces. Yeah. Q types is out, not found. Title is not found as expected.
Yeah.
Right? There also you add an else block. URL not found as expected.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Save.
Yeah.
Right? Now instead of Vijay all Vijay V caps, you give it as small. But you are trying to get them as caps.
Capital.
That is your expectation.
Right.
Right? Now it should say like title not found and URL not found as
Right.
expected.
Right.
Execute this. This is how we test.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You give the expected data.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the if conditions, whatever you are giving, right, those are expected data.
Right.
And the actual data is whatever you are feeding in.
Yeah.
What happened? It is taking so long to load. Close this and kill this. Yeah. Right? Now you go there and check. Now before even it prints, right, you are closing it. We have
Oh.
waited for 10 seconds, right? Again execute it.
Yeah.
Wait for it to close.
Yeah. Okay.
Or else see the console whether you got the messages.
Yes. URL not found as expected and title not found.
Because you are trying to get V caps, but when you are typing it as V
All.
small.
Yes.
Hence, it is failed.
Yeah.
So your test is pass actually.
Yeah.
This is a negative testing that you are doing. If
Okay.
your
Yeah.
expectation and the actual are same, if you are giving them same, then it is
Right.
positive testing. Now this is
Right.
negative testing. Now you give V caps and you can find that again. Why we are giving that 10 seconds is like at times, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
you are getting it loaded within 3 seconds or 4 seconds.
No. Yeah.
But at times it will take even more time. So what we do is like we just give it as 10 seconds so that like we'll give it some time to load.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if you see both are
Found.
found as expected,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
This is how testing should go. This is validation part that you are doing with
Yeah.
verification,
Yeah.
right? You are giving some input and finding whether it is taking you to the expected or not,
Yeah.
right? We'll
Yeah.
stop here and see the remaining topics tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
Right, Vijay.
Yeah.
So
So
see
thank
to that
you.
we don't have any breaks so that you will not
Right.
lose
Right.
something and keep practicing.
Right, sir.
When you are
Yeah.
not
Sure.
practicing, right?
Yeah.
Again, it will be like on day one, like how you are
Yes.
sitting, right?
Yes. Yes.
Similar to that, we will be like we should not be like that and
Right.
keep all the recordings available.
Yeah.
If possible, create a Google Drive,
Okay.
a new Google Drive,
Okay.
and upload these things there.
Right. Yeah. I'll do that.
Right? We'll keep it in public domain in
Right.
the YouTube channel that I have.
Right.
Right, Vijay.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Have a great day, man. Bye.
Bye. Bye.